So, yeah. So, welcome everyone to today's Kabir session. Just an introduction since a few of us are joining for the first time. So, these sessions happen every Monday at 4 o'clock, at 4 p.m. every Monday they happen, just like that on Zoom. And the idea behind the sessions is that can we delve deeply into Kabirji's couplets, or many times we take up also songs by Kabirji, and where we can reflect it deeply in the sense of our day-to-day practical life. So not just philosophizing or theorizing about it, but how can it affect our day-to-day life? That is the vision behind these sessions, because philosophies and theories we have many, and Kabir ji himself has said, pothi pad pad jag mua pandit bhaya na koe, ढाई आखर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित हुए. So books and philosophies we have really too many. So can we just delve deeply and share our practical reflections on these couplets that we will be sharing, so that they become a part of our life, so that something is ignited within the being. So that is the vision behind these Monday 4 p.m. sessions. And yeah, if any one of you wants to share what resonated, why you are here, since a few are joining for the first time, so you can just unmute yourself and shortly share why are you here today. That would be nice. And my name is Monica. Yeah, please unmute and share what really brought you here today.
Hey Monica, this is Aditya. Is everybody able to hear? Am I audible? Perfect. So I had been listening to songs or couplets by Kabir. It has been some time. So recently I was actually able to get back to that, and this has become a routine for some months now, I would say. So exploring it more and more is something that I'm doing. There's a lot of material that's available on the internet. There are documentaries that I'm pursuing, listening to those songs in a repeated manner, and those couplets in a repeated manner itself. So when I saw that there are sessions that are being taking place here on Zoom meeting, so I thought maybe let's go ahead and have a check how this goes forward. Because as I'm able to understand, maybe this might give a different perspective how people are reacting to it. Age-old wisdom, how the current times are actually reacting to that. So just wanted to check that out. That's why I came over here.
Thank you so much, Aditya. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to share, those of us who are here for the first time, what really brought us here? That would be nice. Just shortly, not really a long introduction. Very shortly, briefly. Yeah.
My name is Unni Krishnan. I joined rather late this morning. I saw it in the press. Last week also I saw it, but I couldn't make it. I've listened to Kabir quite often. I'm not a very ardent. I'm not very knowledgeable about the language. So wherever I have a chance to see the interpretations, I'm always interested. Apart from the sheer beauty of the song itself, I listened to several songs from various people, including Prahlad Ji, Tipania, and others. So that's why I'm here, very keen on knowing how it goes. Thank you.
Thank you, Oniji. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. Prashant. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, this is Prashant here. My introduction to Kabir was just when in school. That's it. That's the last that I've ever heard of him. Of course, if you can still recollect what you learned then, that means definitely there is some sort of meaning it's left in our lives. I'm absolutely clueless on how this session works. I'm basically here to understand and absorb everybody else's experience and just but language wise I hardly understand beyond a couple of couplets. That's it. So very, very basic knowledge about Kabir Das ji. Yeah, I'm Prashant Jain once again. Yeah.
Thank you, Prashant.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this session. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to share shortly why are we here? Those of us who are joining for the first time. If you're not okay, that's also okay. You can share later, whenever. So we'll be reflecting upon a few couplets here. We may also take up a couple of songs, and I will be sharing the screen where you can look it up, like the English translation may or may not be available, but the basic discussion today will be in English, so that it encompasses everyone, we are all able to understand it, right? And I will be reading out couplets in Hindi or the language that is there, and then I'll be translating a bit into English, and then we will be reflecting upon it in context of our day to day life. So that is the vision. It may go here and there, and you will see how we kind of go here and there. That is completely fine. The basic vision is to really get it deeply connected with the practical life. That is the auchitya of the session. Yeah. So those of us who want to comment in between or want to have share reflections on the couplet are most welcome to share. It's good to have diverse reflections in the session. So with that, I would just maybe share a first one here. So Kabirji says, Maya Maya sab kahe. I will also share it in the chat window. Maya Maya sab kahe, Maya lakhe na koe, jo man se na utre, Maya kahiye soe. So he says everybody talks about this illusion of ignorance, Maya, the veil of ignorance. Everybody talks about it. But there are very few who can really see it. That's what he says. There are very, so Maya lakhe na koi. Lakhna means dekhna. Lakhna means lochan. It's coming from the eyes. The eyes can see. So he says that we talk about illusion, we talk about veils of ignorance, but none of us can really see it. And that is why it is called as veil of ignorance or veil of illusion of ignorance, because it's so hard to see it. Jo man se na utre, Maya kahiye soe. So he says, what is Maya? What is the illusion of ignorance? Anything that is sticking to your mind is Maya, is an illusion. Now, this is very revelatory. This couplet is very, very revelatory. And whenever I am undergoing anything, in my personal life where something is burdening upon me, immediately this comes to almost rescue, if I can say, that jo man se na utre, Maya kahiye soe. So, hota kya hai, what happens in day to day life is that we make other things and other people's too important in our life. We give them too much power in our life, and owing to the fact that they may be our relationships or they may be related to job work wise, we may have some other relationships with those person, no matter, doesn't matter. The idea is that anything that is sticking to your mind, any person that sticks to your mind in any moment, is a veil of ignorance, is a veil of Maya. And the moment I'm able to see this, that today what is sticking onto my mind, it's a possibility for me, it's a chance for me to see it immediately and to not decide to carry the burden anymore. I may have been carrying the burden since morning, maybe because I was unaware, and I was just in vicious loop of thinking. I was going on and on in my head. But the moment this comes into picture and I realize, okay, this is sticking to my mind and it's not worth carrying, so one drops it immediately. One may still do the action needful, but one may not continue to just in vicious loop think about it. So that is a choice, that is a free will we have each moment of our lives. So with this much of reflection on this couplet, I would invite further reflections. I'll just type this couplet in the chat window for others to see. Yeah, feel free to connect with it in any form that you connected. Share reflections. there is no right and wrong here. Reflections are reflections, and even if you are hesitating to share your reflection, it's okay. Just allow yourself to hesitate and still please share your reflections. Yeah.
Mm, then I would like to go first again, Monica here. So even I would say in these two lines, even with a simplicity like this, it talks about everything that we see in our daily life, everything that we feel in our daily life, and it's a very basic thing. Then again, it's a universal thing that anything that is actually drawing us back, anything that is keeping us back, actually not letting us go forward, move forward. It talks about that just in two simple lines. That anything that is keeping you back, anything that's holding your mind hostage, is something that is that illusion, that is that Maya. And that can be a conversation, that can be a person, that can be an incident. It can be anything actually. It is everything that is happening in our day to day life. It is everything that is in our past, in our future, everything that our mind is thinking about at that point. So I think it's actually revelatory even in these two simple lines itself. Yes, it's really good.
Thank you, Adit. Would anyone else like to share on this one?
Yeah, I'll share a bit. I'm sorry, I'm having some connection issues. So in case, yeah, let me know in case there's an issue. So, Maya as a topic, I mean, it feels like an insult to call it a topic because it's so vast and it's so unknown and so mysterious and mystical that ऐसे ऐसा लगता है कि जितना भी बोलो there's more to it, right? Like there's so many hidden angles to it. But somehow, like for me, I feel that anything that occupies us in such a way that we are not able to give our attention to what really matters. अब जैसे अब यहाँ पे आए हैं, like we know we have this birth, we know we have come from somewhere, we don't know where, we know we all will go somewhere, we don't know what. And yet there are so many, 10,000 million things that occupy me, that take me away from who I am or where I need to be or what I need to do, like what is the purpose of my existence. मतलब जिससे कि मैं उधर जाऊं ही ना, इतनी सारी चीजें जो मुझे इधर में लपेट लेती हैं, मतलब काउंटलेस, राइट? स्मॉल 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 थिंग्स के कमरे में दीमक से लेके गिलास टूट गया और उसने ये बोल दिया, मैंने ये बोल दिया, मेरा इट्स जस्ट अमेजिंग कि कोई लिमिट ही नहीं है, कोई बाउंड्री नहीं है, कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन ही नहीं है कि तो फॉर मी इट्स लाइक एनीथिंग दैट इज कीपिंग मी अवे फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर, अगेन द रीजन, द मेन, जैसे होता ना कि मेन मुद्दे को छोड़ के बाकी 50,000 चीजें जो हैं, that's how it acts through various things. So again, I think this beautiful doha is kind of again reflected of that कि सब बोलते हैं, I am also like right now very nicely kind of trying to reflect on it, but again I just go back to those things. So it's just amazing how it acts and through what all. And बात बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है, जैसे you said जो भी चीज चढ़ जाती है, like you were giving your example, after a certain time you feel silly, right? Like how could this kind of make me feel heavy or occupy me, मतलब खुद पे हंसी भी आती है, but when it's there, it's like I feel थोड़ा सा visual मुझे ऐसे आता है कि क्यूपिड का शॉट होता है ना, जैसे उसमें दिखाते हैं कि बस एक तीर चला दिया, मैं अब अपना आई एम डूइंग माय तांडव, एंड देन व्हेन इट गोज, द इफेक्ट गोज, देन आई एम लाइक, ओ वाज इट आई हु वाज डूइंग ऑल दैट? So it's really like, I think, I don't know, I can go on for an hour on this, but I'll stop. It's just beautiful, as well as, I don't know, sometimes it feels helpless, sometimes it feels like funny, but it's good to know that it exists, because कहीं पे ऐसे लगता है कि कभी तो you know I don't know, कुछ तो रास्ता दिखेगा इसके through, but at least knowing that yes, it's there and this is not where I have to be. Like just of knowing that there is a possibility that maybe I can be doing, I can overlook, I can say कि हाँ, you are doing your things, but maybe I can be somewhere else. Just the possibility is very grounding. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You know, हर चीज को हम, as you were sharing Taru, yeah, that so many millions of things, you know, in our day to day life become so important, as if कि हर तरफ से वो चीखती चिल्लाती आ रही है that I am important, I am important, give me attention, give me attention. And in that जो वो मुद्दा है, you know, main जो मुद्दा है, we always, you know, kind of keep on slipping from that. And yet again, and I think that must be the reason why Kabir talks about a warrior spirit, that फिसलते तो रहेंगे बार बार, because as you said, Maya is Anant, just like the divine is Anant and infinite. In the image of the divine, Maya is there. So Maya is also vast and endless. There is no end to Maya. You know, in other couplets, Kabir shares that there is no end to Maya. The one he says that मन को मृतक जान के मत कीजिए विश्वास, साधु जब तक भय करे तब जब तक पिंजर में सांस. So he says that don't think that you have overpowered Maya or Man, the mind, because mind and Maya, they're all like, you know, connected like this. Through mind, the illusion of Maya arises, or these, you know, all the things that go on in my head in loop. So he says, don't think that you have overpowered or superseded Maya. Sadhu tab tak bhay kare. A true seeker on the path, a true, you know, traveler on the path would be as long vigilant as long as he has breath in the body. So it is true that it is a never ending journey. It seems that, you know, in moments there may be as if the mind is all clear, there is nothing sticking to the mind, and yet there are moments even after those beautiful moments where something or else burdens the mind immediately, and it appears so important that, you know, I must give it attention, I must give it attention, because it is calling for attention. So in that, the warrior spirit is needed, I believe, that होगा चाहे जितना भी important होगा, but मेरी शांति और you know, अंदरूनी in like the inside strength and my own peace and sanity, उससे ज्यादा कुछ important नहीं है, you know, उससे ज्यादा important नहीं है. So I think this sankalp has to be done again and again, again and again, no matter how many times we slip down the path. Yeah. So I think someone muted. Would anyone like to share? Yeah.
यहाँ पर जो हम माया की चर्चा कर रहे हैं, ये माया, मैं थोड़ा सा 1-2 मिनट लेट था और थोड़ा सा मैं कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पाया था. तो माया जो माया जो हम आम माया की बात कर रहे हैं, या इसमें धन को भी ले सकते हैं?
सर बेसिकली जो मैंने दोहा शेयर किया था, मैं एक बार आपको वापस बता देती हूँ.
जी.
माया माया सब कहें, माया लखे न कोय, जो मन से न उतरे माया कहिए सोए. हाँ, जो कबीर जी बता रहे हैं कि जो भी चीज आपके मन पे आके चिपक गई, या वो पैसा भी चिपक सकता है, कोई इंसान चिपक सकता है, कोई पुराना पास्ट या फ्यूचर वरी भी चिपक सकती है, आज दिन में मुझे कुछ किसी ने बोला वो भी चिपक सकता है. तो एनीथिंग दैट स्टिक्स ऑन टू द माइंड, कबीर जी सेज, that is what is Maya. You know, that is what is burdening the mind. So one has a choice whether to carry it forward or to leave it, drop it. So that was what we started with, and then we were sharing our reflections.
जी, मैं जहाँ तक मैंने इतनी देर में जो अपने आप को कहने के लिए मन बनाया, तो इसमें जो मेन चीज है कि हम लोग अज्ञान और अंधकार में है. जो माया का जो पुराने हमारे ऋषि मुनि हैं, या श्री अरविंदो से पहले एक आध व्यक्ति को छोड़ के माया का जो इंटरप्रिटेशन किया गया, वो एब्सोल्युटली लोगों को भ्रमित किया गया और लोगों को अज्ञान और अंधकार में रखा गया. जैसे कि यहाँ पर मैं जिक्र करना चाहूंगा, जो स्वामी रामकृष्ण परमहंस थे, जो स्वामी विवेकानंद के गुरु थे, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान में या विश्व या जो हमारी भारतीय सभ्यता है, उसमें दो संत सबसे बड़े महान हुए हैं. एक तो श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस और एक संत कबीर. और ये दोनों बगैर पढ़े लिखे थे, और इन्होंने जो बातें कही हैं वो दुनिया में आज तक कोई इसको काट नहीं पाया और हिला नहीं पाया. मगर दुर्भाग्य ये है कि श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस जो थे, वो भी पैसे को बहुत घृणा की निगाह से देखते थे. और वो पैसे को लोग, बहुत से आपने देखा होगा, पहले बहुत से लोग पैसे को टच नहीं करते थे, कहते ये बहुत बुरी चीज है. और श्री अरविंदो इज द ओनली मैन इन द वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री कि जिन्होंने पहली बार ये लिखा है माता पुस्तक के चैप्टर 4 में कि ये एक भगवान के द्वारा दी हुई शक्ति है जिसका हमें सही उपयोग करना चाहिए. तो और श्री अरविंद की जो पहली पुस्तक है, दूसरी पुस्तक है हमारे योग का उद्देश्य, तो उसमें भी साफ लिखा हुआ है कि हमें ये माया शब्द की जगह श्री अरविंद कहते हैं कि हमें लीला शब्द का प्रयोग करना चाहिए, क्योंकि माया करके लोगों को इतना ज्यादा डरा धमका और भ्रमित कर दिया गया है। एक्चुअली ये उसकी लीला है, और उसको इस लीला को जिस दोहे की आप बात कर रही हैं, ये एक उसकी लीला है, लीला हो रही है, मगर हम लोगों ने उसको इतने गलत तरीके से इंटरप्रेट किया है। तो अगर इस धन के बारे में हम डिस्कस करें तो धन के बिना जीवन में कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता। अगर इसका हमें ज्ञान आ जाए तो हम इस धन से क्या नहीं कर सकते। और जहाँ तक माया है, अगर हम थोड़ा सा भी, मोनिका जी आप जितनी कोशिश कर रही है, अगर 2 लोग भी इस वेबिनार के थ्रू इस पूरी कहानी को आज समझ जाएं, हम 7 या 8 लोग हैं, कि ये है कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ एक उसने प्ले कर रहा है और उससे हमें अटैच नहीं होना है। और हम इतना अटैच हो जाते हैं कि मेरे परिवार में ऐसे लोग हैं कि जब वो पिक्चर देख के आते थे तो घंटों तक वो कई दिन तक रोते रहते थे। खासतौर से मेरी एक रियल बुआ थी पटना में, वो इतनी सेंटी थी कि वो जरा सा भी कोई सेंटिमेंटल सीन आया तो वो जो माया चल रही है पर्दे के ऊपर, उससे भी वो अटैच हो जाया करती थी। जैसे आपने भी बताया है कि बिल्कुल सेम वही चीज डिट्टो, कि हम लोग उससे अटैच हो जाते हैं, जबकि उससे अटैच होने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। उसको हमें बहुत दूसरी तरीके से लेना चाहिए। मगर ये वेबिनार पे कहना और यहाँ कहना बड़ा आसान है, मगर मैं भी इससे ग्रसित हूँ और पूरी दुनिया इससे ग्रसित है। तो जब तक हम इस ज्ञान और अंधकार में हैं तो हम इस माया से भ्रमित हैं और इससे इफेक्टेड हैं। और जिस दिन हमारे को ओपनिंग हो जाएगी, इनलाइटमेंट हो जाएगा, तो शायद इसका समाधान हम लोग ढूंढ लेंगे और यह हमारे जीवन में निकल आएगा। धन्यवाद।
या थैंक यू रवि जी। रवि जी, मुझे लगता है कि कुछ हमारे जीवन में क्षण होते हैं वेयर एट टाइम्स वी आर एबल टू सी इट एज लीला। कुछ अंदर एक सॉर्टिंग है, यू आर वेल सॉर्टेड इनसाइड, but many a times it happens owing to the past tendencies or any vritti that just overpowers you. You don't even know where it is coming from. Maybe there is a past life connection, you have no bloody idea where it is coming from, but something happens and you are overpowered with a few thoughts and those burden your head. So the idea to discuss is that, can we see this burden not as the only way to live in life, but to see it that yes, it is overpowering me and it is not a place where I would like to be. I can choose, है ना। तो हल्की सी जो चॉइस है, अगेन फ्री विल पे भी बहुत बड़ी डिस्कशन हो सकती है, लेकिन हम वहां नहीं जाएंगे अभी। हल्की सी मेरे पास चॉइस है कि क्या मैं इस चीज को, वॉट एवर इज बर्डनिंग माई माइंड, would I really want to give it so much attention that the whole day has passed and I have been thinking about it. I don't feel nice in the body, I don't feel nice in the head, I don't feel nice in emotions. So this not feeling nice, can I take it as a signal and let the bloody burden go away? And so that is the idea कि उसको देखें। है तो सही, वो आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, that we are all troubled with it, almost troubled, right? The word that you used, ग्रसित है, as if it's a disease, So can we, with further investigation, go closely to it and see that at times I may choose, when I have the power, that yes, I don't want to carry it any longer. तो वो फ्रीडम, वो आजादी, वो मुक्ति जो उस बर्डन से है, वो भी हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। और जब हम वो चूज करते हैं, तब वो एकदम से लीला का रूप उस मोमेंट में ले भी लेती है। लेकिन उससे पहले वो इट्स ऑल लाइक माया एक्चुअली। आई एम ट्रबल्ड एंड आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी व्हाई आई एम ट्रबल्ड, राइट? सो या, थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग। Yeah, would anyone like to share further, or shall we take up something else? Yeah, Dharu.
I think Chikki ji is unmuted. Maybe she wanted to share.
Just very, I think that was so beautifully put, Monica. I think you just, that what you just said is just absolutely brilliantly put. That's all I wanted to say.
What exactly are you hinting at, Chikki ji?
When you're buried under that problem, and when you finally find a way out, that actually shows up as Leela. those moments of what he's trying to say of Leela, which the whole thing is a Leela, to be able to actually identify it at that any given time is just perfect. I mean, and you've put it so beautifully.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. I think this not going away completely of Maya is something which also keeps us grounded. You know, कि कभी भी हम ये नहीं कह सकते पूरे हक से that, you know, I have, my mind is silent now, you know, I have overpowered all the troubles of life. So that is something which actually keeps us very grounded, you know, कि इतना हवा में मत उड़ो, नीचे आ जाओ. And I think that's why Kabir would say that मन को मृतक जान के मत कीजिए विश्वास. Don't agree to your mind saying that, oh, now I am silent and all is hunky dory, because this trap of Maya can come at any point of time, no matter if I have been on this path for 50, 60, maybe a lifetime. So yeah, that is the beauty, you know, it keeps us humble and grounded, you know. Yeah.
Journey. कि जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, at any point we might feel कि okay, we have seen through the illusion, but the next moment will fall for the next illusion. So it's a constant lifelong journey, and we can at any point not say that okay, we have seen through this, we've seen through the illusion, we've seen through the matrix. Not at all. It's a lifelong journey till the last, and that is a truth that has been found out to him. Yes.
Yeah, Taru, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, I was reminded of, the two things from the Upanishad discourses. Like one thing was, like if you can see through it, it becomes Leela, right? It becomes a play. You can see a play is going on. Like when you're in a movie hall and you suddenly remind yourself, "Arey movie hai yaar, matlab, why are you kind of getting so serious?" Then it becomes Leela. And if you are totally in it, then it becomes Maya. You know how it's like, it's our choice. Like it's where we are standing, from where we are looking. So the interchange between,
Leela.
that was very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and secondly, another example that was given, and I know probably we have spoken enough, but I think it's a very important topic, so I'm just saying more, that it said, that it's like you're in a room, and the main reason why you were born, say, is to unite with Param, say, like God or your lover, your ultimate, like they say, Gopi and Krishna and stuff. So he is outside and you're inside the room, and here you have relations, you have people, and it doesn't matter whether, it's like you are at any end of duality. You could be, loving somebody, you could be hating somebody, you could be doing this, you could be doing that, but the point is you have forgotten the Param. And that is the role of Maya, that it wants to keep you so engrossed within the room that you forget that what you were born for is not in the room. So I really had liked it, so just wanted to share that.
Beautiful. Yeah. I think that would be one of the reasons, why the importance of Sat Sangat has been given by all the masters, and mystics, good company, right company. And what is really right company? I think we can reflect upon that, Kabir says, Kabir Sangat Sadhu ki kate koti aparadh. That is what Kabir says, that if even if for a few moments, if you are in the right company, what is meant by a sadhu's company? Right company. Now, what is right company? Usually what we call our friends are the more often than not, they are our dushman, they are actually our enemies. Why? Because they owing to the fact that they want to save the relationship, they want to keep us trapped in our comfort zones, कि तू जैसा है तू वैसा ही रहे. That is what we say to our friends. While the main purpose of good friendship is, as you say, you were sharing, Taru, to actually go closer and closer and closer, stay closer to that param, or the lover that is there within us, the beloved in Sufis terminologies, the beloved who resides within us, with us all the time. Now, what is that beloved, one can ask, and what is the role of a right company? No, the beloved is, I believe, again, we can take so many names, here, and nothing would be exactly that, but allow me to take a few names. My own sanity, freedom, freedom from desires, freedom from ambitions, freedom from greed, freedom from jealousy, a life which is ever widening life, ever widening, ever expanding life, not just settled down in a particular phase of life and I am done for the life, not like that. So this ever expanding life, the life spirit within us, this freedom, knowing, trying to understand what is love, what truly is love, because we may say that I love you, but to me it appears that I'm just discovering that what all I thought as love is not love really. It is just attachment and nothing else. And whenever I am attached, I am actually doing something bad or harmful to myself and also to the other. Why something harmful? Because that something will be keeping me glued to the other person and hence away from that inner beloved. So I cannot be glued to any person, no matter how much I may love that person. Each person has to be glued to the param inside each one of us. We can never get glued to any human being. I think that is where I'm kind of just reflecting, reaching at. So uh, yeah, so this center that we have to connect with again and again, again and again, again and again, we may again get trapped in the illusion and yet again discover that I am free, nothing can trap me, nothing is important than my sanity. So this centering again and again, as you were saying, that realizing that it is Leela again and again after going from Maya in batches and in phases. I think this is what we call it as journey of life. And many a times what happens is that the friends that we find along in our life, we are not really helping each other. We don't allow ourselves to kick each other. कि कहाँ तूने ये कौन सी बातें करने बैठ गया, what kind of talks are you engaged in? We never dare to say this to any friend. What really, what is the rasa you are getting out of these talks and idle gossips? We usually enter up gossiping with the friend instead of being able to kick the friend. Now being able to kick the friend is an act of love, but one would not be able to take that as an act of love. कि तू तो मेरा दोस्त है ही नहीं, how dare you kick me, बात ही तो कर रहा था, something like that. So any I would like to invite further reflections on who is a true friend, or maybe the need for the right company. What is a good company? Kabir says, sat sangat, any sangat that keeps you with the timeless. Sat sangat, sat is eternal, that which never dies, that which can never be taken from you, that which can never die, is not born. Sat, eternal, sat ki sangat, sat sangat. So anything that keeps me close to that sangat is sat sangat. Now if we go closer, we will see that the sangat of our mind, the company of our mind, is the baddest sangat I can give myself. So I would invite further reflections. I think I've said enough. Yeah.
Monica, can you just repeat that doha once again, please?
So he says, Kabir sangat sadhu ki kate koti aparadh. Let me just get the second line for you. Yeah. एक घड़ी आधी घड़ी आधी की पुनि आध tulsi, I think it's it's coming from Tulsi Das ji. Tulsi sangat sadhu ki kate koti aparadh. So just putting it in the chat window. So he's saying that even for a fraction of time, if you have the right company with you, it will take away the past burdens that you have been carrying. It will just put you in touch direct with the timeless. So this was what I was trying to invoke reflections upon.
So this actually completely resonates with me, even introduction to Kabir is something that happened to a friend of mine who had really gotten involved with the duhas and the couplets itself. So Satsangat, as in the benefits that I had actually gotten through this particular friend of mine. All right, I would say, and the choices that you make when you're choosing that Sangat, that itself matters. So, and even on of itself. So, the thing would be that should provide happy freedom and not foundation. So ultimately, that foundation that is there, that is not what we're trying to look for. We are actually trying to look for freedom. So both those actually, yes, they resonate with me, both of those concepts.
Yeah, thank you, Aditya. Yeah. Would anyone else like to share any reflection on this?
Can I make a point? When we talked about Maya earlier, by and large, I got the impression, I may be wrong, that we are talking about getting away from what is painful, let's say, or what is not so happy in one's life. And then understanding that it is not so important and there is more important things and more fundamental things. I would like to also think that if you are extremely happy and there are very, very happy memories, which normally one would like to ruminate on again and again, I think it is important that we understand that that is also Maya, and
Yeah.
you have to be somewhere in between, and we are not over enthused or overburdened or saddened by either of them. That's the point I thought I would make.
That's really beautiful, Unniji. And I'm glad that you brought it up. So, yeah, it's anything that is sticking to the mind, whether it's pleasurable or painful. So I completely resonate that anything, and even pleasure, which actually does not appear like a burden because it's not painful, but it is something, it's like a taint, it's like a tarnish on the mind, it's like a dhabba, it's like a dot on the mind, so it's keeping the mind unclear still. So completely resonate with what you shared, and glad for bringing it up. And also it's very interesting to see that anything that brought me pleasure at one point of time has the whole power to bring me pain at another point of time. So that's why I think they would say that pleasure and pain go together, because if a child coming into my life brought me pleasure, then the child going away from my life will bring me pain. So it's deeply interconnected. So it's really amazing that we may think that I have pleasurable memories, but not having those times again brings me a bit of pain also along with the pleasure. So whether it is pleasure or it is pain, uh, it is a tarnish on the clean screen of the mind, if one can say, because it makes us feel that something else.
Both very deep, very.
Sorry, your voice is cracking, Aditya. Can't able. I'm not able to hear you properly.
Very intrinsically connected. Both, yeah, completely
Yeah,
agree with you up there. Able to hear me?
yeah. Now it's better. Can you
Yeah.
say it again?
Is
I
it audible?
didn't catch you. Yeah, now you please
Yeah,
share.
no, the same thing. So it's very much very intrinsically connected, both of that at the very basic level itself. Because without one, the other cannot exist. It seems like that. So yes, true.
So, in absence of any further comments on this, shall I take another couplet if we want to move on to another one,
Yep.
or anyone wants to share on this? Okay, okay, I'll take another one then. Taru, would you have anything that you've got today to share? else I will share.
Yeah, I think you go ahead because there's some disturbance at my place right
Acha.
now. So I'll share later. Thank you.
कबीर लहरी समंद की, मोती बिखरे आई, बगुला भेद न जानई, hansa chuni chuni khai. So Kabir says that when a big wave from an ocean comes, it has many things in itself. A wave has a many things. Now it also has stones and sand and silt and other stuff. And it also has pearls, which are very precious. Kabir lehri samand ki, the wave of an ocean, moti bikhre ai, it has very precious stuff in that wave. Bagula bhed na janai, the one who is very manipulative. Bagula, usually when we use the word bagula, it's like demonstrating kapat, manipulation. Me and my hidden agendas. What do I want from this thing? How can I achieve my personal satisfaction through this particular instance in my life? Bagula bhed na janai. So the one who is really manipulative, he would not be able to see the difference between what is silty and what is pearl. Although both of them are coming in the same wave. And along with that, he says, Hansa chuni chuni khai, the one who is swan, and usually we use soul as the word for swan, the Hans, it's like given to the fact that we all have this inner being which is purest, and we all have this understanding where somewhere or the other we know that whatever I am doing is not right somewhere. So this power of understanding is always there with us. So he's saying that the Hansa, the one who is real swan, he will pick the right thing up which is to be picked, while on the other hand the Bagula, who is manipulative, he will not be able to really differentiate or discern what is to be picked and what is to be left. So this is the Doha. I'll put it in the chat window, and in the meantime, if anyone has any reflections, please share. I'll just put it in the chat window.
This is so beautiful. And it's like, again, I think I shared it before that I'd once heard a talk जिसका title था तुम्हारी चालाकी ही तुम्हें भारी पड़ेगी. Like the bagula knows it's clever and it wants to exert its cleverness, right? कि मैं बंद करके आंखें खड़ा हो जाता हूँ और एक जल्दी से खा लूंगा. But and that's what we do, right? Like we think we are very clever. We know how to kind of make the world go round. We know कि मेरे को यहाँ पे ज्यादा मुनाफा है, यहाँ से ज्यादा प्रॉफिट है. मैं ऐसे करूंगा तो मुझे वो जॉब मिल जाएगा. मैं वैसे करूंगा तो मुझे वहां पे बार्गेन कर लूंगा. But these are the small petty things. Like I think it was Sri Aurobindo's quote. I don't remember the exact thing, that we in the world where it's like we keep running after useful and we forget the beauty. So it's like really touching that how when I think I'm being so clever, I'm actually doing, like myself, I don't know, the worst thing possible. कि अपना अच्छा करने की बजाय, हित करने की बजाय ये जो मैं अपने साथ ही चालाकियां कर करके खुद को ही बेवकूफ बना रहा हूँ. ऑल्दो आई फील कि आई एम मेकिंग द, मतलब जब मैं दूसरे को बना रहा हूँ, ऐसा लग तो ये रहा है कि है ना, आई एम चीटिंग द अदर पर्सन, आई एम गेनिंग, बट आई एम द बिगेस्ट लूजर बाय दी 10. फिर मेरा सारा दिमाग कहाँ है, उन्हीं चीजों में तो है ना, मैं यहाँ हूँ ही नहीं. तो यार थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग.
Thank you so much. कहीं ना कहीं हमें ऐसा लगता है कि जो भी whatever happens in the world, it is going to give me something. I think we have to slowly, with our life experiences, we come to this understanding that no person, no situation, nothing in life externally, materially, can give me anything. It can only take away, and that is peace and sanity from me. And once we realize this more and more through our own practical life experiences, then a bhav of udasinta, where you are sitting, you know, when we talk about udasinta, we are sitting somewhere away from pleasure or pain. So pleasure is where I feel that something can be given onto me, added onto me. Pain in something where I feel that something can be taken away from me, right? Or burden or loss or anything. So I think slowly through our life experiences, we realize that nothing on this earth can actually take away the essential from me, what I truly am. It can only happen that I, owing to the fact that I was wanting too much in life, all that I have gathered in life is ashanti, is non-peace. So slowly, I think this would be what we would call as letting go of past, letting go of past burdens, letting go of people, forgiving people, because owing to the fact that we thought that कुछ ना कुछ मुझे मिल जाएगा वहां से, और पता ये चला कि कुछ नहीं मिला, खाली हाथ अभी भी हो, उल्टा इतना सारा सामान अपने ऊपर लाद लिया, so much of burdens we take on ourselves in the name of pleasure and pain, that there is no end to it. And once we are empty handed, if we are lucky that we are empty handed, then we realize that this empty handedness is the biggest grace that one can have. And then the hankering after those experiences, those riches, those, you know, things from life can actually finally stop, you know, come to an end. And again, it is not the end of life. I think it's a beautiful beginning of a true new life, where you will still have relationships, but you will not be having relationships कि ये मुझे कुछ दे जाएगी. You know, it will add on something to me. It's just a self giving that is happening through the relationship, that owing to the fact that I know that nothing can be added or subtracted from me, now can I live a life where the love that I have or my own being is like offered to the world. I think that would be a beginning of a truer, you know, much purer new life, where we are not exploiting each other, not demanding and expecting from each other, you know, कि तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा types, you know. Yeah. So any further reflections?
Yeah, this much as it went ahead. So I think, as you said, like that's not the end. That's where it starts. So that's the thing. Like once you get that clarity, I think that definitely is the start, because that's when you understand how to move forward. So that is the point of clarity. So definitely not the end. It is the start. And once you, as you said, like if you are not having expectations out of people thinking that this is what they will add to me, so if you go on relations on that factor, that you don't have expectations from other people in that manner, it's not about adding things onto your life in that manner, that's when you actually develop yourself. So that actually, yeah, quite true.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Taru has shared something in the chat window. Taru, would you like to read it out? It would be good if you do.
I think actually, basically, it's the same thing that I had shared, but I just found the exact one because I could not quote it properly. So yeah, could can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry, there's some
Yes.
issue at my
Yeah,
end.
yeah, you're audible. Huh?
Yeah, audible, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that I'd already shared that, but because I didn't remember the exact quote, so I just
Huh.
wanted to share that. Again, that stress on
Huh. Would you like to
the
read it out?
usefulness rather. Yeah, sure. Give me
Huh.
1 second. Yeah, so Sri Aurobindo once said, there is a tendency in modern times to depreciate the value of the beautiful and overstress the value of the useful. In India, where we have been cut off by a mercenary and soulless education from all our ancient roots of culture and tradition. So basically, when you shared the Doha, somehow I associated swan with beauty and the bagula with useful, right? उसको पता है कि मेरे लिए क्या चीज वर्क करेगी, मेरी जरूरत क्या है इस टाइम पे ना. So trying to kind of just use the system, use his intelligence for his own personal gain all the time.
well, the swan is a symbol of beauty and peace and intelligence. के हित क्या है? कि दूध ले लिया, पानी छोड़ दिया type. So that's why I was I remember this, and this comes to me so often, when I'm talking to people and just hearing the basic conversation. It's all about how to gain, है ना? कि which credit card is better, which I don't know car gives the most mileage. मतलब हर चीज एक materialistic, जब तक कुछ materialistic चीज attach नहीं है, then it's useless. Beauty has no value. कि अगर if you're buying something, which view would fetch you more money, not the view which is very beautiful. So once you start observing it, it feels really shallow, है ना? कि maybe shallow is not the right word. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it is shallow. Why should I deny it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, would anyone like to further share? Thanks, Taru, for sharing. Yeah. Anyone else? Any reflections on this? No, I think that is why this thing is put together, na? Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Beauty, love, and truth, they all go together. Satyam is truth, Shiv is Satya, Satyam, Shivam. Shiv ही सत्य हैं और शिव ही सुंदर हैं. So if we have ugliness in our life, and we have ugliness in our life, I think we have to be very, frank about it, that we do feel that at times my mind has ugly thoughts, which I don't personally like that I'm there in that space. And if I do not acknowledge it, how can I understand it, and how can I, maybe move past it? So first of all, I think that what comes is my acknowledgement that yes, the state I am in right now is a state that I can be at a better space within my being, and even without how I am living. And once this acknowledgement is there, further investigation is there, I think then we have the possibility of taking our life to further beauty and further closeness to truth by knowing our own falsehoods. कि कहाँ पे हम मैनिपुलेशन करते हैं, कहाँ पे हम चिपक चिपक के लोगों को चिपका के अपने साथ रखना चाहते हैं, उससे हमें क्या मुनाफा है. If we are able to see our own manipulations very clearly, I think that eye of intelligence each one of us has. ऐसा कोई भी नहीं है who does not have this eye of intelligence. So I may be doing or involved in manipulations, yet at the same time, if a friend helps me to see clearly, I will be able to see that yes, this manipulation is there and it's actually really not benefiting me. I may be thinking that it is benefiting me, but it is putting me into a deeper trap, a more deeper well again and again. I think this would be the path of so-called, a purer life or a spiritual life, where we are able to see our own falsehoods in the being and not shying away from that falsehood. And again, Kabir comes to me here, I'll just share it. He says, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई, जो मन खोजा आपना, मुझसे बुरा ना कोई. So he's not saying that I am the purer of the purest. He's first acknowledging that all the evil that I found outside in the material world, I saw it present in me. The hate, the jealousy, the criminal tendencies, wanting to possess, wanting to manipulate, all that is there. But first need is that of acknowledgement, and also an aspiration to move past it, to understand, to investigate why is it hankering, and then an aspiration to maybe have a beautiful life beyond all those things. Yeah. And mostly, what we do is we shove it under the carpet. Hoga koi bura. I am the biggest अच्छा in my life. होगा, बुरे होंगे दूसरे लोग होंगे, मेरे पड़ोसी और मेरे neighbors और मेरे relatives and people who have been connected to me in past. But I am the one who is the purest of the purest. So I think we have to get down on the ground and acknowledge that there is so much that needs to be transformed even within my own self. And that is where we can work. We cannot work on other people. We can just keep on working on ourselves. Yeah, Aditya, you unmuted. Would you like to share?
No, so this particular, this particular couplet is something that I believe in a lot, because the first step always has to be acknowledgement, and the next thing would be that intense feeling to move fast and move forward and start mending things within oneself. Because first acknowledgement has to be there. Yeah, if you are seeing things that are wrong out in the world, that means first of all you have to start seeing inside you and fix the things that are there. Because ultimately you can only fix yourself. And once you acknowledge that and start your journey, I think that's essentially what you can do. That is the only thing that you can do. Maybe that's how you are starting to mend things. So this particular couplet is very, very close to me.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone else? So maybe last 5 minutes, we have another session at 5:10. So maybe last 5 minutes for any further reflections. And those of us who still want to participate every Monday, I can either put you on a WhatsApp group if you have a WhatsApp number. So you can just send me your WhatsApp number on my phone number, and then I can put you on a group. Even if you are not on the group, this is the link to join every Monday at 4. So you can just share it around. You can share it with people. You can share it in, maybe you have people around who are inclined to join such sessions. And even without informing me or without being added on the group, you can join us every Monday at 4. Yeah. So with that, yeah.
Just wanted to have one check on this. So I got this link through WhatsApp. So that would be my WhatsApp number. So you would be able to join me through that.
I can add you on the group.
Perfect. Because I would like to be a part of the next session also next Monday.
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay, I'll add you on the group.
All right. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you. So I think then we can call it a session today, because not that we don't want to continue it, but I don't want to keep something more for reflection, so that it will take up some time. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Thanks.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank
Thank
you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Monica.